Hey everyone, what's going on? So today I have a very controversial topic. So do you believe that God created the world or that we just some accident that came from an explosion, based on the Big Bang theory. So before I start, let me just give you like a little background story, right? Just some explanation. So the evolution theory is just this idea that life came from an explosion, right? From a dot and exploded, and then millions of years later, after some rain, we had our first chemical composure, and then life came about, and then from that point onward is history. We evolve, natural selection, natural adaptation, and then now we here. And then there's this other theory that's the intelligent design, which suggests that somebody outside of nature, outside of life, would have to create it because certain things do not make sense, right? But let me ask you, what do you believe in? Do you believe that God created the world, or do you believe that we just came from like natural selection and evolution? So first, let me point this out, right? If there's no God to control things, so who's to say that if nature is in control, who's to say that if gravity changes even the slightest, we will all be crumbling down, right? Like the buildings and everything will be crashing. If it increases, we'll be pulled towards the center of the earth, the core, right? Or if it gets lighter, we will probably be floating. If there's no set rules, we can't even build our houses. We can't drive. The bridges are not safe. We will be floating because, hey, if gravity does just decide and say tomorrow, you know what, I'm gonna increase a little bit or I'm gonna go down a little bit, it will just all be chaos. You cannot even build, even planes cannot fly if the laws of aerodynamics were to change. It's just crazy, right? Let me tell you another thing that will blow your mind is, do you know that our galaxy, right, the Milky Way, it spins about 1.3 million miles per hour. What? You hear this? 1.3 million miles per hour. Don't take my word for it. Just a simple Google search will give it to you, right? And even at that speed, what's the fastest thing you've seen moving? Probably a Pagani. Okay, let's say like a bird, right? Let's say like a not a whale bird, of course, but like a blackbird, like these the jet, right? It's a blackbird called Lockheed. It moves at 2100 miles per hour, bro. That's pretty fast because most cars we go like 200 to 50, 300, right? That's already super fast compared to that. But when you compare that super fast jet, which probably one of the fastest engine in the world right now, it moves slow compared to that because the galaxy moves at 620 times faster than that bird. So imagine this galaxy spinning that fast, 1.3 million miles per hour. That's 2.1 million kilometers per hour, and it will still take 250 million years to make one rotation. Oh my god. And there's over 1 trillion galaxies and stars and everything like that. So imagine outside of this thing, right? We have our galaxy that's spinning crazy fast and other galaxies. So what's stopping them from crashing into one another? It takes a lot more faith to believe that nature is just controlling these things and that the laws are not changing, as opposed to believing that God created this thing and set them apart in such a way that they will work in order and efficiency, right? In order for, well, life to be sustained. I'm not even looking at this from a Christian point of view. It's just like when I studied the Big Bang theory and the evolution. It's just talking about natural adaptation and natural selection. It doesn't even make sense. I have some questions when I ask, I cannot find answers. Other people try to prove this. Charles, Richard Dawkins, when they ask him questions about this, they are baffled. Went to universities. It's been extensive research about this. That theory is flawed. But when you look at it in Genesis 1:1, God said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, all life forms, birds in the sky, the sea. He separated the sky, the moon, blah blah blah. That provides a much clearer explanation as to how life came about, as opposed to a bunch of broken theories. Every time I look at them, it doesn't make sense. And now the Bible and science, they seem like they oppose one another, but that's just a lie. They expose only the controversial side. If you really understand science and you go a little bit deeper, you will see that science actually confirms the Bible. It actually confirms it. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that. I just want to know, guys, what are your thoughts? Do you believe that we got here by accident to like some evolution and some explosion, or do you believe that God created us? So people, for number one, it's creation. Number two is intelligent design. I mean evolution, number one, and number two is creation. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts? Personally, I think God created this, not because only I'm Christian, but if you look at both, it makes a lot more sense. So let me know.